So anyone that thought Dragon Ball Super would be ending after the Universal Tournament is absolutely cool. And if you did think that, I think that you were cool. Okay, think about it like this. Why would Toriyama bring back Dragon Ball to end it after 3 of the shortest story arcs we have ever gotten? That being the Battle of Gods, Resurrection F, and now this Universal Tournament arc. It would only make sense if he actually went on and used them in further material, and that is exactly what he is doing. We have brand new information as to how the series is going to play out. I know I'm not the first person to cover this, I never am, but just in case you don't follow any of the other people that make Dragon Ball Z content, Toriyama's pretty much come out and said a whole bunch of stuff, pretty much confirming that Dragon Ball Super will not be ending after this Universal Tournament, which honestly is to be expected. I mean, he introduces a God of Destruction, he introduces Hit, and even alternate versions of the Saiyan, so I mean, it's pretty obvious that he's going to continue. But out of all the things that Toriyama said, there's really 2 main things that I want to bring up. The first of which is about the new story. This is coming directly from Toriyama himself. He says, "I've got an idea for a story about the future of a certain somebody, and I'm thinking of combining that together with a new universe." Then Toyotaro steps in, who is the guy that does the Dragon Ball Super manga, and says, "A certain somebody. It's someone I am a huge fan of. I am really looking forward to it." Now that is probably going to be the biggest indicator as to where Dragon Ball Super will be going. From what Toriyama said, it really seems like he's going to be focusing on a single character. The future of a certain somebody. That could mean the future of Gohan, the future of Super Saiyan God, maybe even the future of Monaka or Hit. Honestly, I am thinking it is Gohan. Toyotaro even says it is someone that he is a huge fan of. And who is everyone a huge fan of? Gohan. Maybe the next arc is about how Gohan has to come to terms with whether or not he actually wants to be the strongest fighter the universe has ever seen, or the average family man. I think that would be a cool story, but the second part of what Toriyama says, I have no idea what he means by this. He says that he is thinking of combining his new story arc idea together with a brand new universe. The only thing I can really say in relation to this is that he used the word new, which means most likely we won't be seeing anyone being resurrected, we won't be seeing anyone from the past. Instead, we're going to be getting brand new content. I don't know about any of you, but I prefer that. I think we suffered enough when Super was covering Battle of Gods and Resurrection F, so I do think that Toriyama is taking the best course of action. Taking Dragon Ball in a brand new direction is, I think, what everybody wants. But now moving on to what I consider to be the most exciting information in Dragon Ball Super so far, Toyotaro pretty much asked Toriyama, "Why does Super Saiyan God have blue hair?" Toriyama responds with, "I was actually going to have the hair be white, but then I realized it would have a color clash with the next enemy, so I figured I should save it for another time." And yeah, well, on 3 separate occasions prior to this new information being announced, I made a video. It was actually one of my first videos. Here's what I said in that video. But other than his base form, I feel like Goku's ultimate transformation is going to be another level of a Super Saiyan God. The form that I'm thinking of is Goku with white hair, and I feel like that should be the pinnacle of power for the Saiyans. And you know, not just that, actually at the start of this year I made a Super Saiyan God Redone video. Here's what I said: once someone has complete control over their God state, they will gain a silver tone to their hair. For example, let's say Goku is the first one to experience the peak of God power. His hair will turn the same color as Whis and Vados, therefore symbolizing his mastery of the form.
I can see the future!
I am inside Toriyama's head as we speak. I know what this man is thinking, but on a serious note, he said that he didn't want to color Super Saiyan God white because it would clash with an upcoming character, and that I think is huge. That pretty much confirms that it will be a new character because no previous Dragon Ball villain has been purely white, with of course the exception of Frieza, but that doesn't count because he already came back, and there's no way Toriyama's going to bring him back 2 times in one series. I found this image. This is concept art of a 3-way fusion between Majin Buu, Cell, and Frieza. And I don't know, maybe that's the new villain, because right now, we have no idea. All I know is it has to be a brand new character and it has to be in a different universe. Anyway, those were the 2 things that Toriyama said in his interview that were worth addressing. A ton of new Dragon Ball stuff is going to be coming out over the next few weeks. Let me know what you think about it, but as always, I will see you in the next Dragon Ball Z video.